Morning, morning, morning. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to yet another project. Here we have a new car today. This is a non-damaged car. This is a car I bought from someone who found me via the mums group. It's a manual. Her daughter wanted an automatic. She just cannot get on with a manual. She's taken a theory test 9 times and finally passed it. And she's got a test booked for several months in advance. But she's now got an automatic Corsa. So she asked me if I'd like to buy this. I went over there probably maybe 6 weeks ago and had a look at it. And today I've been over to pick it up. So let me show you what it is. I'll tell you how much I got it for. We'll tell you what needs doing. Let's go on the new project, which I'm going to call Project Lomax. Here we go. Let's go. Number plate, you can see why I'm going to call it Project Lomax. That's the only thing I came up with. So what we have here is a 2010 or 1.2 manual, as they always are. A non-categorised, undamaged car. However, there are some issues. So let's go around the car and we will have a look. Now I've just noticed, which I hadn't noticed before, just a little ding just there. So we'll have a go at pulling that out with some glue. Apart from that, this is going to be a cheap car. Bought it cheap. It's going to be a cheap car. I say it's going to be a cheap car. It's probably going to be, don't know. We'll come to that in a minute. Let me show you around. So, okay, so it's a lounge. So we've got the glass roof, obviously. We got what looks like very decent tyres. I think it's been looked after. The wheels could do with a bit of a something. We're losing paint on those, so we may or may not do anything with those. There's no dents down this side that I can see. There don't appear to be any dents on the door. There's no dents in the wing. We got another virtually new tyre, and again the wheels are a bit rubbish. So I might give those a refurb, possibly. When we come round here, no dents in the bonnet. Headlights are very, very misty, so they're going to have to be polished up, which is no big deal. The front bumper, there's no damage at all to the front bumper. It doesn't fit in here very well, I have to say, so I think we've probably got a broken tab in there. So that's obviously had a little, I say an undamaged car, but it's obviously had a scrape there, which has quite clearly damaged that. So what we'll do is we'll take it off at the front, and what we'll do is we'll put a new bracket on. It's quite clearly come out there, so it just needs clipping in. And then we'll try and polish these out. Hopefully we can polish these out. That's gone a little bit there. I won't bother doing anything about that. Got a little scratch on the bonnet here, which will hopefully polish out. If not, I will use a bit of magic on that. Again, wheels not fantastic, but a good tyre. You know, bearing in mind this is going to be a cheap car, I may not bother refurbing these wheels. I might let them go as they are. Roof. As far as I know, it's all okay. There's no cracks or anything in the roof. There's no dents in the roof up here either. Coming down here, we've got no damage to the door or the wing. Now, this is the major issue, and this is one of the reasons I knocked the lady down in price. We have this dodgy bit of paintwork. Now, bearing in mind the car's dirty, but I think that's obviously had some work done on it. If we go in close, you can see. Now, I don't know if that's the lacquer that's cracked, the paint that's cracked, or whether there's filler under there. Obviously, we can get a magnet on there, and we'll see. Obviously, quite a common place to have a little crunch. So, I believe that this has had not a very good paint job. And I think I saw before, it looks like up to this line is not very good. It's a bit dirty, but it's a bit difficult to tell at the moment, but it may potentially need this whole quarter blowing in. Or I might be able to get away with just doing that and polishing up the rest. We'll see. We'll see. But that's obviously needs to be rubbed down and repainted. And obviously we'll reveal whatever's underneath it anyway. So that was the main reason that I knocked her down. It's not something I'm going to take it to a body shop because there's no dents. It's a matter of rubbing down, repainting. So I should be able to do that, no problem. I've even got paint, I believe, for this colour. We have got a little bit of a riffle in the door there. I hadn't noticed that, actually. Again, probably not going to do anything about that. We'll have a go at pulling it out, but you don't really notice it that much from you get to a certain angle. Bearing in mind this is a 15-year-old car. It's a 2010. It's a 15/16-year-old car. So it ain't bad, is it? So that's pretty much, so we've got 4 good tyres. That wheel's okay, more or less. But yeah, good tyres all round, so we don't need to put any tyres on it, which is nice. MOT runs out in May. Did I already say that? I can't remember. So we are going to have to stick a new MOT on it. A little bit of creaking, which I think is coming from the back, so I think we're probably going to put new shocks on it. The exhaust looks quite new from what I can see. It looks almost brand new, in fact. I don't know when that was put on. I haven't had a look underneath. But there's one other thing. I mean, that's a bit worn, so we'll probably put some gel stickers on that. I've got some gel stickers, so I'll probably put them on front and back. Now, I've taken out the load cover, boot carpet, reason being, as you can see here, water. Now, I saw this when I went to look at the car, because I purposely had a look. And as you can see, I haven't taken the wheel out yet, so I don't know whether there's a puddle at the bottom. But both sides, it's wet. Now, there's no mould growing inside the car, so this is probably quite recent. I don't know if that's just a start of mould coming there or not. It might be a little bit, so it's probably coming out this side. Headlining is fine, so there's nothing coming out onto the headlining. So the chances are, as before, it's going to be that aerial. Now, it doesn't look split, but it looks quite old, so I think we're going to change it anyway. This is going to be the alternative aerial, isn't it? It's going to be the different one. So I'm going to have a look, see if I've got one. I think I have. I think I bought more than one. Hopefully I have. And we'll get that changed today. I'm not going to do much to this car today. We're going to park it up for a little while because we're working on another car. I believe we might have, yeah, an aftermarket. So we've got 2 keys for that. I haven't tried taking it off. Hopefully it's going to it's going to come off. Little scratch there, nothing major. That will polish out. Spare tyre doesn't look like it's been used. We'll get this out in a second. Let's show you on the inside, shall we? Right, so we have, I did look at the service book before. I'll look at it with you again in a moment. So I've got the V5, I've got the book pack, which comes with the service history, and I can't for the life of me remember when it was last serviced. Ignore everything that's on here. I've been out to another car doing stuff. But as you can see, the seats are clean. So she did tell me that the interior's been cleaned recently, so they're not going to need a clean, which is nice. Another reason to get that aerial done sooner rather than later, because we don't want mould growing in here. It doesn't feel damp in there at all, not at all. And considering it's been parked up for a little while, she's not been using it for at least a couple of months. It's pretty good, really. Needs a new mat. Well, obviously we'll put a new set of mats in like we always do. Let's show you the interior, or I'll show you the mileage and so on. So we have one of those ports, which again is, of course, is always completely pointless unless you happen to have one of these with the car, which I've never actually seen one of these in real life before. So we have it, and she said she tried it and it works. I don't know if it works on the ignition. Probably does. So apparently that works. Never seen one before in real life. They go on eBay for well over 100 quid. So I shall sell that. Not for that much. It is used. It's got marks on it. I've no idea how you take it out. I've put it in. I don't know how you get it out. But that is powered as well by that port. So let's turn the ignition on and we'll see if it actually fires up. Yeah, Blue and Me. There you go. Oh, it's Blue and Me, isn't it? Yeah. Blue and Me maps. So that works. Yeah. So this is a TomTom, which is a bit on the old-fashioned side. But we are going to put a new one of our usual stereos in here anyway. So obviously that would be obsolete for this car, and I'll be taking the Blue and Me out. I have no idea whether the Blue and Me actually works. I haven't tried it. Let's just, what do I want to do? I want to go to FM. Yeah, so we have a radio signal, which is good. Although I'm going to change the aerial anyway. Mileage, 83,047 miles, which isn't too bad considering it's a 15, 16-year-old car. Apart from that, everything is good in here. You know, the steering wheel's not damaged, just needs a bit of a clean. The gear knob could do with a tightening up. That panel's obviously come off, and the knobs haven't been turned properly. That's quite stiff. Oh, so's that, blimey. That works all right. I don't know whether we got any cold air coming out of it or not. We'll check that. So that I'll take that off and refit that. But apart from that, it's all good. It's all good. As I say, it's clean in here. Doesn't smell. Got an aftermarket vanity mirror there. See me. Hello. Of course, you don't get vanity mirrors that side on one of these, do you? You only get it on that side. Yeah, all is good. Assume that works. The light works. Yep. Not much more to say about the interior, is there? There's no burns in it. I don't think it's been smoked in at all or anything like that. It smells pretty fresh. Let's have a look at the we'll have a look at the books. Right, so as I said, we got a full book pack, including the service history. So we got one there on the 19th of the 4th, 10. That was probably the PDI, I would imagine. And the next stamped one is 2014. So I imagine we got something missing there. And then we got the same people all in 2015. Then we got a blank there, and then we go up to 2019 at 46,000 miles. And then we come over the page and we go to 2019 again. Ah, cam belt. Oh, cam belt was done. I didn't think the cam belt had been done, but it has. Cam belt and water pump replaced at 50,000 miles, 2019. So that is what, 5 years ago? 6 years ago. So it is sort of due, but not mileage wise. It's only done 30,000 miles. So I'm not going to get the cam belt done again, even though it's 6 years. I shall say cam belt's been done. If you want to get it done again, that's up to you. You can do that. And I will point them in the direction of Glenn if they want to get it done. But as it's been done, I'm not going to do it again. I mean, cam belts, depending on who you talk to, it's either 5 years or 7 years, 50 or 70,000 miles. Now, it's only done 30-something thousand miles, so nowhere near for mileage. And okay, it's 6 years, or 6 and a bit years. So even, going up to what they recommend at 7 years, depending on who you talk to, it's still not even due. So I'm not gonna spend the money. If someone wants to get it done, then they can get it done. But I won't be. And then same garage serviced it at 74,000 miles in 2023. So there's no other services there. So 74,000, it's now 83. So it's done 9,000 miles since then. Probably not been serviced. So well overdue for a service. So we'll give it an oil and filter change. I don't know what sort of service it's had. So I'll probably might give it some new spark plugs as well. Which I don't usually do. I normally only do an oil and filter change, but I'll certainly have a look at them anyway, see what they're like, because I do quite like to put, certainly in the older cars, which you just don't know whether they've been done or when they were done unless it says so. But it's nice that cam belt's been done. I could have sworn it hadn't been done. So that's £205 it will save me. So not a bad service history. So what have we got to spend on it? Very little, actually. So I'll get some money for that sat-nav thing. I don't know how much, but I'll get some money for that. I don't know whether the speedo's 40 or not. I'll check it during the night when we can see it properly. So if that's okay, the only thing we've got to spend money on is a new aerial, which is a tenner, less than a tenner. That's drying out, obviously. What else? A bracket for that. Service items. Some mats, a stereo, a dash cam, which we put in every car anyway, and that's it, as far as I can see. We're probably going to do rear shocks, can of paint, and some clear coat. Probably going to do rear shocks. I think the fronts are okay. I don't know what the brakes are like. I haven't had a look yet. They're not making any noises. The car stops fine as it should. I'll get the wheels off this afternoon and have a look at this. See what they're like. But let's have a quick look at the... Can't quite reach, my fingers can't... Oh, they're virtually new. There's no lip or anything on those. Yeah, they don't look that old from what I can see, but I can't see the pads at the moment. So we'll take the wheel off anyway and have a look all underneath and probably give it a clean up underneath. But yeah, it's not a bad car, is it? Not bad at all. What do you think? So let's talk about cost. So when she initially contacted me and said, would you be interested in buying a car? I did say to her, you know, generally you'll probably want too much. I said, and generally I only buy damaged cars. What sort of money are you looking for? I said, give me the reg. And I had a look at the MOT history, which is quite good actually, the MOT history, and said, what are you looking for? And she said about 1,200 quid. So I said, okay, we'll come and have a look. So I thought the clutch was really heavy, which it turns out it's not. The only thing I can think of is that when I went to look at it, I took the Arbath. So it's about half an hour drive. The Arbath has got a really, really feather-like clutch. So then after driving this, it might be very, very, very slightly heavier than normal, but it's certainly not what you would call heavy. When I drove it back, absolutely fine. I thought, oh, okay, it's not heavy. So there was that. There was the damp in the boot, which I said, it's got to have a new aerial. I've got to sort out where the damp's coming from, which is probably going to be the aerial. Obviously that bodywork's got to be sorted out, so I've got to do that. It's got a bit of a creak, so it's probably going to have new shocks. Don't know what the brakes are like. I didn't think the cam belt had been done, but that could be because this was a month and a half ago and I just can't remember. And I said to her, look, I'm not going to give you 1,200 quid. I said, best I can do is 900. So she said, okay, leave it with me. I'll speak to my husband. She came back to me. I didn't hear from her for over a week. Probably best part 2 weeks. Then she came back and she said, because I said, not in any rush. If you want to sell it to me, I said, just drop us a message. As long as you give me a couple of days notice, I'll come and get it, pay you cash. Job's a good one, and you can get rid of it. So she came back to me a couple of weeks later and said, yeah, we'll take you up on it. She said, but we'll be ready to get rid of it within a couple of weeks. And so it took about a month and a half. And then all out the blue, I thought maybe she'd already got rid of it. Out the blue, she messaged me on Friday and said, it's ready for when you want it. I said, I'll come over on Monday morning, pick it up, which is what I've done. So I transferred £900 into her account. And now we have the car. So we need to sort of, I was going to say make a little start on it. I'm going to have a little look around it. I'm not going to do an awful lot to it because I'm working on a car that's parked outside at the moment. So it's more important to get that one done at the minute. So that is it. Let me know what you think on this new project. Don't envisage it taking very long, but it'll be interesting, some of the bits and pieces I've got to do, especially that little bit of bodywork, see how that hopefully will come out well. Price-wise, I don't really know. At least £2,000, I think. With that CarPlay stereo as well, which obviously, you know, brings it up into the 21st century. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say at least £2,000 with a full MOT and a service, stereo, dash cam, all that sort of gummings, everything's clean inside, everything working, new shocks and so on and so forth. Possibly a little bit more than £2,000, maybe 2,250, and that will fly out at that price. Absolutely fly out. So we will see. So that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this walk around. Stay tuned in the coming weeks for some more videos on this. I don't know what sort of order they're coming because I've got cars that you haven't seen yet, which videos are still got to go out before this one. So it might be at least a month before you see this. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, hit the button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and until the next one, as always, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.